Has the following thought ever crossed your mind? I wonder what the weirdest pregame rituals NBA stars do. Well, if you've ever thought of this and don't know the answer, don't worry. We've got you covered. From LeBron's chalk toss to Shaq's way to start his game, we'll look at each one of them. But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. First up, LeBron's dramatic chalk toss. For much of his career, LeBron has done the chalk toss, in which he rubs chalk on his palms and then tosses it into the air before every game. This is interesting since he stole it from Michael Jordan and never gave him credit. Shocking, right? He's also known to fling a handful of chalk into the air, which we find to be very bizarre. Unfortunately, fans were disheartened when he moved to Miami for 4 years, where he stopped doing the chalk throw. But after returning to Cleveland, he asked fans to vote on whether or not he should bring it back, and they of course said yes. Next, Michael Jordan continues the chalk toss. Oh, you thought we were done with the chalk toss? Well, you were mistaken. Most people are unaware that Michael Jordan invented the chalk toss, but would like to give him credit for this. In fact, he took it further by throwing the chalk in the faces of the commentators. At one point, broadcasters began to wear little masks that covered their lips and nostrils to protect their faces. Michael Jordan and the announcers used to have a good time with this regime, donning physicians' masks, umbrellas, and gas masks to keep the chalk dust out of their bodies. It's become such a natural activity that they feel uncomfortable if they don't do it. Next, Shaquille O'Neal goes on a bowling adventure. Most people know that Shaquille O'Neal was a fantastic NBA player, but few are aware that he had a pregame ritual. He named it Alley Shack. We love that name. So what he would do is that in the locker room with his Phoenix colleagues, he'd pretend to roll a bowling ball towards 4 or 5 players who would fall like bowling pins. This is such a unique and fun pregame ritual. Now we have Charles Oakley and Lee's ball inspection ritual. Spike Lee, a great Knicks fan, has always had a soft spot for Charles Oakley, and before every game, Oakley would send the ball to Lee, who would check it out and then pass it back to the player. This routine lasted for a few years, and it was pretty cool to witness someone who wasn't particularly well known have a pregame ritual with Lee, who was well known for his stellar films. This is exceptionally heartwarming and one of our favorite pregame rituals. Next, we have Jason Terry's superstitions. We all have some superstitions we religiously believe in. Whether they're valid or not is another debate, but Jason Terry was very particular about what he does before he starts off a game. Jason Terry was a well-known basketball player who excelled as a point guard, making clutch plays and leading his team to a title. He always did a few things the night before a big game. According to him, he would not play a match if he did not eat chicken, wear knee-high socks, and a headband like his father. Another pregame ritual, or superstition, he had was to wear the opposition's team's shorts to bed the night before each game. That's an interesting one. Maybe the shorts absorbed all the negative energy Terry may be feeling and project it to the opposite team. Next up, Dwayne Wade needs to land a pull-up. Dwayne Wade performs rim pull-ups before every game, a tradition he learned from Vince Carter, who would pull himself away from the net and kiss the rim to commemorate his grandmother. Wade has always done 3 pull-ups to match his number since joining the Heat. He's well known for his pregame ritual, and we don't see him changing his ways anytime soon. He has no reason to, because it works amicably for him. Next up, Monta Ellis puts his hand in melted wax. Well, that took a turn. Monta Ellis has a peculiar pregame ritual that he began after tearing a ligament in his finger. He dips his hand in warm wax and then peels it off afterward. He claims that it aids him by smoothing his palms to immerse them effortlessly. Ellis's pregame routine is eerily similar to that of Moises Alou, who employed a strange material to smooth his hardened hands to improve his playing. Next, Danny Green dances on the court. Danny Green has been doing his jump around dance since 2009, when he was a member of UNC's championship team. He learned this dance from the TV show House of Pains, but he tweaked it a bit, and he still does it periodically in the NBA. Green is well known for making the most three-pointers in NBA Finals history and winning the title with the Spurs. Some believe it was because of the dance. This dance is highly beloved by the fans, and they always look forward to him doing it. Next on our list is Steve Kerr's pregame feast. Steve Kerr and Toni Kukoc, a Croatian star, had a peculiar pregame routine of consuming a lot of food the night before every game. Salads, appetizers, pasta, chicken, tiramisu, red wine, and espresso were among the items and beverages they consumed. According to Kerr, this is a widespread occurrence in Europe because people eat a lot and drink a little wine with every meal. The big question is, will he be like this before coaching a game as well? Now we have Rajon Rondo's famous passes. Rajon Rondo is a gifted point guard who excels at passing and finding open teammates. He's recognized for his numerous assists and steals. When Rondo played for the Boston Celtics with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jeff Green, he had a pregame routine with his teammates. He'd have 4 balls, and he'd start by tossing an alley-oop to KG, then bounce past the ball to Paul Pierce. He'd then send the ball up to the scoreboard to Jeff Green to slam, and then he'd shoot the final shot. But after being traded to the Mavericks, he stopped doing the pregame ritual, much to the dismay of his fans. We hope he starts doing this again so we can enjoy his throw-off. Next, Russell Westbrook choreographed a dance routine. Folks, we have another dancer on our hands. Russell Westbrook is an excellent point player who's perhaps the best point guard in the NBA due to his scoring ability and his assist and rebounding figures. Westbrook is currently a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He enjoys doing strange dances and handshakes with teammates before every game to entertain anyone watching the game. He's been doing this pregame ritual for a long time, and we don't think he'll quit anytime soon. Up next, Steph Curry's 100-meter dash. Stephen Curry is an incredible point guard who can't seem to stop himself from shooting and scoring in general. He received the Most Valuable Player title, indicating that he is the league's finest player. This ultimate player enjoys performing his pregame routine shortly before the game begins, which consists of him dashing up and down the court. This ceremony is strange because it involves no team member and consists solely of him stomping and rushing. If you think about it, it's pretty smart, as it helps him not only to warm up, but also helps get him amped up for the game ahead. However, that's not all. Considering how great Steph is, it would only make sense for him to have multiple routines worth mentioning. This next one, however, is strange in the sense of how crazy it is. Fans love to gather at the stadium hours before just to watch Stephen Curry's warm-up routines in which he showcases impressive dribbling skills, with sometimes even multiple balls at a time. One of these skills that he showcases is his insane tunnel shot from great distances. One of these shots was taken from 52 feet. That is quite literally insane for something that he pulls off on a regular basis in a simple warm-up routine. Next, Joakim Noah uses force. Joakim Noah is a center who has always been a solid performer in the NBA and is well known worldwide. Noah has been engaging in an odd pregame ritual that reminds us of him attempting to use the force on the basketball before each game. He walks over to the broadcaster's table where the game ball is and inspects and uses force on the ball, which we assume brings luck to him and his team before each game. Lastly, KG's insane headbang. Kevin Garnett's strange pregame rituals are certainly one for the books. Garnett goes under the basketball hoop before every game and smashes his head against the long foamy part of the hoop a couple of times. This is bizarre. We guess he believes that slamming his head against the basket every game will bring him and his teammates good fortune. But wouldn't hitting your head make you feel a little disoriented? Isn't that going to hurt your chances? Who knows? That's a wrap for this video. Which routine is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.